Hey guys, how's it going today? I recently switched over accounts, as you can tell. I used to be Evocation Singer. Uh, but while I was Evocation Singer, and even still now, I get lots of requests about how do you sing like that? And, honestly, it's lots and lots of practice. Um, which would be a total jerk off move for me just to be like, yeah, just practice. See you later. You know, but, I'm going to give you some of the warm ups that I do. And if this is at all beneficial, please let me know, and I will continue making more and more videos. And if you have specific questions, feel free to comment on this video or message me directly through YouTube. Um, but the first thing that I always recommend to everybody to do is you got to know how to breathe. If you don't know how to breathe, which you think you do, but you probably don't, you're not going to get anywhere vocally. When I first started singing, back when I was like 16, that was a huge problem I had. And I would just try and force all the notes right from here, which is a huge problem. And if I were still singing that way, I wouldn't be posting any more videos. At least not of me singing anyway. A lot of people, like when they're breathing, they're like, big breath, their chest fills all up, and they're like Tarzan, No, 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 no. That's not doing you any good. It's really not doing anything other than making you look, like the Hulk, which is kind of cool, but not beneficial at all for your singing voice. What you're going to try to do is breathe like a baby would. Babies, when they're sleeping and not crying, they breathe in a way where when they inhale, their stomach kind of puffs out. And I don't know if you can see this. I mean, notice that my hand that's on my chest is barely moving at all. My hand on my stomach is moving significantly. This is where all your power is going to come from. It's called diaphragmatic control. Doing that will change your performance from ha to ha. And who wants ha when you can have ha? Or ha when you can have ha? So, very important to know how and where to breathe. If you want to practice this without any sort of like sound, a good way to do it is to kind of push all the way down inside your body, and it should feel like you're gonna poop. Like that's how far down you should be pressing your diaphragm, and your gut will come out, and it'll look like you're fat or pregnant or something, but you're not. You're just a badass singer, and that's how it's gonna be. Obviously, if you're in better shape than I am, you won't have this issue, but you might have this issue. So, after that, it's important to then start working this area, because even though you shouldn't rely on your throat, you still have to use it. Just like a good guitarist shouldn't rely on effects pedals, but you can still use them, and it will enhance your sound. But the actual sound is going to be from your actual technique as a guitarist. Just as this, your actual sound will be based on the technique of your breathing properly. So, what I like to do is I just let my jaw hang there. Try and put no tension. Don't try and like, open your mouth wild and crazy. Just open your mouth. Real simple breaths, real big breaths. Work those lungs out, work that diaphragm out. Just relax. And it's really tough, if you want to sing hard rock and heavy metal and, you're sitting there like yoga, just relaxing. But it really will help while you're warming up. Because even on your warm-ups, if you do them wrong, they're not going to do you any good. So, once you've loosened up your jaw, you're going to want to loosen up your arms, upper body, your neck, particularly your neck, because your posture is almost as important as your breathing. I see guys crouch down like this singing, but if you look at them, it's like a squat position, like when you're at the gym. It's not like crunched over like someone kicked you in the gut. It's, your back is still straight. The wind from your gut, goes up here, through your neck, out here. So you can still sing like this, but you couldn't do it if you sang like this. You see what I'm saying? So, but your posture is extremely important. You're going to feel like you're singing in a church choir or something like that. But that's the proper way to do it. So, after this is when we start doing some vocal exercises. And one of my favorites, actually a lot of my favorites, involve a technique called lip bubbling. Now, with your breathing that you've been, doing hopefully this whole time, with your gut instead of your chest, just bubble your lips. So, and just pick a note, an area that's real comfortable in your voice, like not much higher than your speaking voice. And then we're going to do what we call sirens. Now, anybody that's listened to Iron Maiden, you know sirens, the whoa! Well, it'll be like that, except you're just going to do this lip bubble, and it's not going to be as exaggerated and over the top. It's just going to be something very simple, from a middle note to a high note, back to the middle note, and possibly lower than the middle note, depending on if you are comfortable with your air supply. It's pretty much what I do as a first warm-up, as the first line of defense. So from there, if you have a piano, this is much easier exercise. If you don't have a piano, a guitar, or any instrument where you can play 2 or more notes at a time will be very, very helpful. And you take this lip bubble exercise, and from there, chromatically, we go through scales. And I always like to start in C, because it's a very simple power chord, and no sharps, no flats, no accidentals, it's all simple. So that's the note you start on. And then you move up a half step. And you go on, so on and so forth, until you start getting into a pinch. This pinch comes from where a breaking point is in your voice. But your support has got to be there, I guess is my point. If the support's there, you can go a million years, and just go all the way up, 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 up. Like I said before, if it starts getting uncomfortable, stop for the day. Don't hurt yourself, because there's nothing worse than hurting your voice, because you don't just use it to sing. If you break a guitar string, you can set the guitar in the case, replace the string tomorrow. You lose your voice, you go to work, when you go to class, when you hang out with your girlfriend or boyfriend, if you're into that, you won't be able to do anything. And that's a really, really unfortunate situation to be in. So, the tip for today is warm up, check your posture, check your breathing, and try lip bubbles. They seriously are going to sound so stupid the first time you do them. But if you do them comfortably, without straining yourself, you'll be surprised how much easier a note or two higher than your comfortable range you'll be able to get now. And if you keep this up for an extended period of time, it'll improve your range and the quality and tonality of your voice. And I think as singers, that's what we all want. So let me know if this was helpful at all. If it was just too elementary or too advanced, please let me know. I'm not, I plan on being a teacher someday, but not in music. So please let me know if you have any questions or, what have you. Other than that, I'm signing off today.